YouTube friends, Ben Ochart here. Thank you for tuning in. Let's talk about what I love about hang-on back filters and what I don't like about hang-on back filters. Let's go ahead and get going. Well, you folks know that on this 60-gallon grow out that has some very nice little specimens in it. You know that on this one, at least those of you who follow my channel know that on this one I do have a hang-on back filter. It's just a this is just an Emperor 400 dual bio wheel. I'm also complementing that with a couple Suns. You can see one of them there, a 302, another 302 here. So this tank is getting a lot of filtration, and the things I love about these hang-on back filters is the amount of surface agitation, the amount of surface tension breakup they create because of all the water they're dumping continuously into the tank. I also have one over here in the grow out tank. I have one underneath the 100 here. Man, he's looking good. Underneath the 100, I've got this little 30. It looks like they knocked the heater off. But I've got the 30 down here. I've got a little male Malawi hawk in there, looking pretty good. But it has on the back there, I don't even know if you can see it, that's an old Whisper 30. And thing's been running, I don't know if you can even see it back there, but thing's been running for years. I don't know, maybe 10 years. And so this filter here was part of a purchase of a 135 that I had before, a glass 135. The guy just threw it in, and I don't know how many years it had been running before I got it. And I just plugged it in, it just fired right up, just started running. So, so one thing I love about them is durability. The things just run and run and run, and they are the Energizer Bunny of the aquarium hobby. You put them on, you fire them up, and you're good to go. So that's certainly one thing I love about them. What don't I love about them is, well, capacity. Media capacity. I mean, comparing them to something like this is just not even fair. I mean, this tower here full of media, or even comparing it to something like this old 704B I have running here, just with sponges in it, just working as a sponge filter, mechanical filter. You know, comparing it to the capacity of something like a sump, you really have no comparison. So they're just in a real different league, and so a lack of capacity would be probably the #1 complaint I would have about a hang-on back filter. The other thing I don't like about them is that you do need to have your tank away from the wall because you need clearance. So they create a need for space between your tank and wherever you have them set up. This tank would probably be 2 inches, maybe 3 or 4 inches closer to the wall if it didn't have this hang-on back filter on the back. So that would be one point that I don't like about hang-on backs, is that they do require you to be away from the wall. My last point is kind of a love and a hate. Hang-on back filters very often come with cartridges that are recommended by the factory. These things cost money. It's like when you buy a printer. If you buy a Hewlett-Packard printer, you might get a good deal on the front end, but the cartridges are just going to be a constant shakedown of your wallet. So with these hang-on back filters, if you start buying the factory cartridges, you actually will be spending a lot more money down the road. The plus point, and what I like about them, and what I've done with my hang-on back filters, is you can go ahead and DIY. You can make your own cartridges or cut sponges to fit, and so you can actually set it up so you don't need to buy the factory sponges, and that saves you a heck of a lot of money. So that part of it, I think, is a love and a hate. So that's my take on hang-on back filters. Overall, in the total scheme of filtration, I would I'd put them right in there with canisters. I mean, they don't have anywhere near the capacity of a canister for media, but they certainly, when you consider ease of use and flexibility, things of this nature, surface tension breakup, things like that, in some cases low wattage, I would put them right in there with canisters. And of course, the king of filtration, I mean, just has to be the sump. I mean, just can't get around that. Just the amount of added water volume, which of course dilutes your nitrates and things of that nature just because of the amount of gallons that are added to the system. I mean, that really is, in my opinion, the king of filtration. So there you have it. Those are my 2 cents. Let me hear your 2 cents below. Comment, rate, share, hit that bell, and join the Convo Gang. Thank you so much.